Hi everyone, Chris Anderson from Mount Comfort RV. We're doing something a little different today. Today we have a 2023 Winnebago Adventurer. Now, I used to be a big Winnebago guy. I haven't always worked for Mount Comfort RV. A million years ago, I worked for another dealership and we were a huge Winnebago dealer, and I fell in love and cut my teeth on Winnebago products, truth be known. The Adventurer is a name that's been around forever, and it's always been a great gas motorhome. So this particular one is the 35F. This is a 2023 model, just rolled in. We're going to show you around it quickly on the inside and the outside so that you get an idea for what this is. I'm going to start with probably my favorite part of this motorhome, which is the dash area up here. Winnebago has their own plastics division, and so they can do things that where other companies are buying stuff off the shelf and all choosing from the same choices up in usually northern Indiana. Winnebago, because of their remote location in Forest City, Iowa, came up with making a lot more of their own motorhome than what most other manufacturers do. So they have their own plastics division, so they can design and shape and integrate all these plastic pieces into the dash. It's much more automotive than what you would see from other manufacturers. They also make their own furniture in most cases, so when you see these driver passenger seats with a lot more detail in them, this is all quilted back here. They've got a nice logo. It's going to be tough to get. See if we can't get that in there. Got the nice Winnebago 30-year logo in there. 30 years of just the Adventurer, actually. Up front, these seats, of course, do rotate around. Look at this table that they have. This is all, you know, this dashboard and all this. This is Winnebago exclusive. You're not going to see this in any other products. Cup holder here. They did integrate a doggy window in down here. They're not the only ones that do that, but it is a nice feature. Most doggies find their way right to there. Cup holder on both sides for both the driver and the passenger. So you can have a couple different drinks up here. Plenty of room in the footwell. Look at the way they integrated in the radio and the camera and all of that into the dashboard here instead of it being an aftermarket, like bolted on product. They do some little things over here, some little touches here where you can see the topographical map. And then I like this one. All right, looky here. Got our Winnebago logo here, got our little Adventurer there, and as we open it, look at that little Adventurer go from the woods to the beach. Okay, kind of a neat little deal there. Kind of slick. I don't know, maybe I'm just easily entertained. All right, up above, we do have sleeping for two more up here. This is an electric bed that does let down, and two more people can sleep there. There's no carpet in this coach. I love the herringbone pattern on this vinyl floor. So I can't remember the last time I had a customer that liked carpet in the coach. That's something they want completely eliminated, and that has been done here. All right, now our pantry, since our kitchen is kind of forward in this coach, our pantry is as well. Take a look in here. All right, we have a booth dinette that of course does turn into a bed. I love this style light. I'm not sure what that's called. I'm sure somebody out there knows. You can put it in the comments so you can educate me, but I just think it's a really cool light. Something nobody does anymore, cup holders built into the table, you know. I don't know, anybody that's ever ridden in a motorhome and tried to have a drink just sitting there on the table without a nice deep cup holder, you're probably going to be wearing that drink. They put outlets in as well. So right here in the booth area, a lot of times on motorhomes, you don't have actual 120 volt outlets on the slide out itself. This one does. Let's take a look at some of our cabinetry here. Notice those doors do stand up on their own the way they're supposed to, and these are lined on the inside. Hard not to like that. We'll just keep right on going down this is a double slide coach. This is the main super slide here. And what do we have, like 6 of these cabinets down through here? Outstanding. That's a lot of storage space in this motorhome. All right. We have an L-shaped sectional here. Now this part does fold out into a bed over here. So we have lots of sleeping. We have, you know, of course we sleep 2 in the bedroom, 2 up above the driver passenger, 1 or 2 at the booth, and 1 or 2 here, depending on if they're kids or whatever. This L-shaped sectional that you see here, when you're going down the road, this cushion here folds down and goes away and gets collapsed in. So what looks like it might be a little in the way right now isn't at all when you're going down the road. It just completely goes away. All right, let's get on our kitchen side here. I'm going to start above the door. We have a little control panel up here, well, not control panel, but a little spot for our satellite receiver up here, and it comes with the Wally satellite receiver built in already. Winnebago's been playing with their CNC machine. Looky here, nice little hooks here for keys or hats or whatever you want to hook there with the Winnebago emblem put right in there. Those are the little touches that you see, much more automotive design here with Winnebago than you see with other brands. The kitchen cabinets here. All right, let's open these up. That's a good amount of space in there above the sink. Speaking of the sink, I kind of liked this as well. So, and I just remodeled my kitchen at home. My sink is not too different from this, and we really like it. So we went with one big, ours is a farm style sink, where we'd had double before, but this is kind of a neat feature. If you do want it to be a double bowl sink, you put the other piece in there and you've got a double bowl sink. You also have the cutting board that fits right down in there. How nice is it to cut things up and not worry about where the apple slices are going or whatever. And then of course we have our built-in drainer as well, and a pull-out sink sprayer. So nice touch. You know, we have a lot of people that like induction cooktops. We have a lot of people that like gas cooktops. How about one of each? So nice setup there. And then above, we have a convection microwave as well. Let's get into some of our lower storage. That is a pretty cavernous space there. All right. 3 drawers here. And then another big drawer, like a pots and pans drawer right here. We have a residential refrigerator. Yeah, hey, it's cold in there. It's on. All right, we come back to the middle here. This is kind of a control center for the coach. Most of our coach features are going to be easily controlled right here at this, what Winnebago used to call the One Place Center for those of us who know old school Winnebago stuff. But it's all been kind of condensed onto one screen now. You can go through here and see anything from generator start and stop, where your batteries are. This is your temperature control here, so you can control your thermostat. This is lighting throughout the coach. This is slide control. You can do that. Jacks, bed lift, everything in here as well. And then you can scan this QR code and get an app that's going to give you control over this on your phone. All right. And then different little tutorials throughout this screen as well. So kind of a neat little touch screen there with a little bit of storage above the TV. This drops down for a little more storage. And then we have a fireplace below. Now, one of the things I always talk about, of course, is viewing angles. Well, you can't get much better viewing angle than this. Your entire L-shaped sectional is right here by the television. Certainly the people sitting rearward in the booth or facing rearward in the booth have a great viewing angle. And when you spin the driver passenger seats around, they'd have a view of the television also. So pretty good setup. Now this is a bath and a half model. So here is our half bath. We have an ample enough room around the toilet area, a nice, because of the depth here, because it's in the corner, you have a lot of depth there. Here's a nice little touch. Look at your towel rack, little flying W there, and good storage below. There's Corian throughout this coach, and then there's a couple, they've done some nice decorative things. We have different color cabinetry below and above, so there's the two-tone cabinetry. And then you have the different color wall board in the bathrooms, and in the main slide out, you have a little different color wall board than you do maybe in the rest of the coach. And that's just a nice little touch as we go through here. Our bedroom features a king-size bed. This does lift up, and there's a little bit of storage underneath it as well. Took me a minute to figure out what it is. This is a little pop-up shelf for a CPAP machine. So how slick is that? And there's one of these on each side, right next to an outlet and right next to a 12 volt. And then if you're not going to use that, it just folds down and out of the way. So told you there's no graceful way for me to do that. And that was easier 20 years ago though. No doubt about that. This is a nice pillow top mattress. Our bedroom also has a fair amount of storage and a all-in-one washer dryer in it. Okay. And then let's look here. This is all storage here. There's some of our microwave inserts. Television in the bedroom. Storage, these are some of the cushions for for the bed. I could have made the bed up a little better, but we were excited to get this one, get the video going for this. And then we have 6 drawers like this, so lots of drawer storage in here. I did mention that this coach is a double slide. This is the secondary slide here. 2 roof air conditioners. And then I also mentioned this is a bath and a half floor plan. So as we come back here, you see the full bath. Lots of countertop space, lots of storage here. Drawer, there's storage below. Okay. Plenty of room around the toilet again, and then a very decent sized shower. And it's actually, forget decent size, this shower's flat out large. So good height here, plenty of room, nice sized shower. All right, let's show you the outside of this motorhome. Okay, on the outside of our Winnebago, a few things jump right out at you. First of all, it is full body paint. You would expect that at this price point. By the way, the price point is a little over $260,000 for an MSRP. Obviously, we will give you a tremendous sale price on this that's way, way, way lower than that, but I can't put that out there online, so you're gonna have to call me for that, and please don't hesitate to call. All right. So this is built on the bigger chassis. So we have the 22.5-inch tires with the Alcoa aluminum rims here. Most gas motorhomes are built still on the 19.5s with basically fancy hubcaps instead of actual aluminum wheels. It's only your bigger coaches that are built on this bigger chassis. So that is going to give you a better ride. Aluminum wheels cool better than steel wheels do anyway, so much better. Now we do also have backup camera on this, and of course turn signal camera as well. So that's where you see this mounted at right here. This has 3 entry steps going in, and the first one is very low. You know, I think sometimes we do get a complaint, manufacturers don't think about that, but sometimes people can't do that first step if it's up here very well. So having a much lower step is obviously better. Let's see, okay, good, I left that unlocked. So out here we have our outside entertainment center. We have a Jensen stereo, AM, FM, CD player, Bluetoothable, all that good stuff, along with an Insignia television. And it's right out here under the awning, so how beautiful is that? We do have 2 slide toppers on this coach and an awning right out here where it will do us the most good. Now, something I do want to point out, because the last Adventurer we had from last year, they had gone away from, at some point, they had gone away from these diesel style doors. It kind of had the rounded travel trailer doors, as I call them, on there. And I was very glad to see we went back to a diesel style door here. These are side swing doors, easy to get into this storage. Nothing's ever going to rust in here. First of all, Winnebago does a tremendous job of e-coating their chassis, which is an outstanding paint protectant. But then on the inside, all of these compartments you're going to see in here, that's a rotocast plastic. Rotocast is a seamless plastic, so it's not pieced together in the corners. That's all one mold. And by the way, that's done at Winnebago. They do their own tanks, they do their own their own baggage compartments and all of that right there in-house in Forest City, Iowa. They've done that forever that way, and you just don't have problems with it because they can control the quality right there in-house. Like I said, it's not going to rust. A lot of advantages to the rotocast. We come back a compartment, you see our propane bottle here. Most people don't use a lot of propane on these coaches, so you don't need a huge bottle. You know, there's heat pumps, there's your water heaters, electric and gas, so you just don't use that much propane. By the way, this is a 10-gallon, not a 6-gallon water heater, so you get that much more capacity. This little compartment here is just to get to the ice maker line. So when you're winterizing your coach, if you want to shut off the ice maker line, you can do that in that compartment, but nothing real exciting to see in there. So as we come back here, you see another great rotocast compartment here, awesome storage on a side swing baggage door. All right. This one, we're getting back to the back here. This is a little bigger compartment, so they did choose to carpet this one and put the ozite in there to keep stuff from sliding around. All right. And then here we have our generator. Of course, this is an Onan, and this is a 5500, which is enough to run both air conditioners and keep you nice and cool. As we come to the back, we have a 5,000-pound tow hitch back here. Your generator exhaust is out the back. Sometimes you see them routed someplace stupid, but Winnebago does not do that. They've been doing this for too long. This coach does have a ladder on the back, which more and more coaches are coming without that. I like to have a ladder just for roof maintenance and inspection, that type of thing. I think it's just a good idea. All right, we get into our wet bay. Again, we have a beautiful rotocast compartment. Everything is very well labeled. Every drop of water that comes through this coach goes through the whole house water filtration system. We have hot and cold water out here to rinse our hands off when we're done. We can turn the water pump on out here. This is where we would hook into park cable over here. Our knife valves for our dump are up inside the compartment, not hanging down below the coach where they could get bottomed out or anything like that. They have a nice easy siphon hose here for winterization. We even have a black tank rinse back here, so when you're rinsing your black tank, or when you're dumping your black tank, if you want to, you can actually flush it at the same time. Our fuel fill is right here, regular old unleaded. All right, and then we have a 50 amp shore power cord in this one. There's actually 2 black tank flushes on here, which is telling me that there are 2 black tanks. Kind of makes sense. There's 2 toilets and they're not right next to one another. So 2 different black tanks and 2 different black tank flushes. All right, moving on. Come into this compartment, another big rotocast storage department here. And then when we come forward, we have our 4 deep cycle house batteries. This coach does have a large inverter on it, so it's good to have the storage capacity of the 4 batteries there. Those are your house batteries. Your chassis battery is actually under the step here. Come forward another one, you can see another rotocast storage compartment. This coach has a lot of storage in it. And then a little Winnebago thing you see here, and this is just something you almost never see manufacturers do, where most manufacturers use fuses, and you blow a fuse, you have to go find a fuse, that type of thing. You actually have little 12-volt circuit breakers here. That's an uncommon thing, and I'm going to take a chance here. Let's see, this wire's got some paint on it, but one thing Winnebago does, they have a machine that stamps on these wires. It's hard to see on here, but any wiring in this coach has lettering on it, and it tells you what the wiring goes to. Now I would have to get my readers, and I'm not going to embarrass myself to do that, but right on the wire is written what this wire goes to, and it could say, you know, let's say it goes to the water pump. It doesn't up here, but let's just hypothetically say it would say water pump positive or water pump negative right on the wire there. So if you ever do need to work on your coach or something's wrong, or you find a wire that's broken, you know exactly what it goes to. I don't know of another manufacturer that does that. That's an awesome thing that Winnebago does, and they've done it for a long time. So kudos to them on that. All right, let's get a shot of the front here and we'll wrap this up. Kind of a mean looking front end. This doesn't look like something recycled from another manufacturer. You can tell they designed this themselves. Like 3 different headlights on each side. I'm sure those are LEDs, and a mean looking front end out front. All right, so there is our brand new 2023 Winnebago Adventurer. You have questions on this or any of our other products, please reach out to me. That's why we do the videos. I'll be glad to help you. My name is Chris Anderson. I'm with Mount Comfort RV. Thanks for watching.